Alright, hello, welcome back. So, there you have it, we've been on telly, it's done. I'm still smiling. It was brilliant to watch, absolutely brilliant to watch. Just as exciting as I knew it was going to be. Bit sad actually, bit sad now it's done. But yeah, that was it. What an experience. One of the most, well, everything about it was one of the best experiences of my life. You know, being there on a TV show, the cameras, the lights, and just the amount of people all just doing something that we love doing. We had so many laughs about it. The journey down there with my mate and coming back, and it was just brilliant. The whole thing was absolutely brilliant. No regrets at all whatsoever. You know, couldn't have picked a better team. The guys were absolutely brilliant. They just made the experience just that even more enjoyable and one to remember. But now you've seen us, now's the time to let me know down in the comments what you thought of the layout, what you thought about the outcome and things like that. I'm not going to get too feisty or too into anything about thinking this should have happened or that should have happened. You know, we went down there to have fun. We went down there to make one good set of friends, and we did that. So mission accomplished, you know, for us really. But yeah, please do let me know what you think of the layout and the rest of the show. So yeah, like I mentioned in the little previous video, I wanted to do this video mainly as a thank you to the rest of the team. I want to be able to take part in that if it wasn't for them, and it came a bit close to the bone actually about whether I'm going to actually go and get there or not. So just to touch on it, and I won't mind knowing about the rest of you YouTubers who managed to get on there, how you were contacted and stuff like that. But what happened was, obviously I mentioned before that I'm quite a heavy Instagram user. I use Instagram a lot more probably these days than I do YouTube. I got a private message on there from this casting agent. I dropped a little message in saying, you know, we've got this TV programme coming up. We've seen you work on Instagram and YouTube, and we really like what you do, and you're just what we're looking for. And I'll be honest, I read the message a couple of times and I probably left it there in my inbox. I just ignored it. I probably ignored it for a good 2 weeks. I'm just not that kind of guy, you know. I'm a quiet guy. Things like this, I just looked at it and thought, oh, here we go, it's some kind of, you know, some kind of joke about something, and I just left it. And the idea of me ever going on telly or doing something like that is just, it's just not my thing, you know. But I saw it keep creeping up on Instagram in other people's posts, and you know, then it kind of it gained its own advert on Instagram, and I thought, hang on a minute, this seems a bit more legit here. So I went round a couple of friends, people who I knew. I spoke to some other people who'd seen these adverts and things, and they, oh yeah, you know, it seems like the real deal. So I thought, right, do you know what then? I'm just going to follow this. You know, if it is true and it's a chance to be on telly doing the thing that we all love, then, you know, let's check it out and let's just see what it is all about. So I got back in touch with the agent. We had some conversation, and thought, right, we decided it was going to be, you know, going to be a go. And then it came down to finding the team. Now, straight away I went round my good friends, my close friends, you know, and family and things at home. They could do it for whatever reason, or they just didn't feel like doing it. A little bit like me, you know. I'm a quiet guy, and it's not my kind of thing either. But you know, I managed to get the team together. And the first guy who I got on the team was my friend Nigel. So you'll have seen him on the show. Worked with Nigel for a little while. He's just started his own layout and things, and he was the same as me. We were umming and ahhing about it, whether we should we do it or not, but we just went for it. So Nigel agreed. Nigel was the first guy on the team. And And then the second guy was Luigi. Luigi is just a brilliant lad. He's just such a nice guy. His modelling is absolutely out of this world. He's a big Instagrammer. He's got his own 3D narrow gauge company over in Italy, JellyModels. And you know, we were talking again at Instagram and said, would you mind if I said, well, of course not at all. You know, he was quite happy to come all the way from Italy to take part in it, and he did just that. And you know, I mean, his pre-built item was out of this world. You know, it was a full-on resin cast that he'd built purposely for the show, moving roller coaster, as you'll have seen, and it was fantastic. And it were a great coup to get him on the team. You know, to come all that way and knowing how good he is. You know. So I got Luigi on, and then it was kind of a bit of a rush because I'd left the initial message so long. I was kind of in a bit of a rush to get the rest of the team together, really. I was 3 members down at this point, and that's when I put a little video out on YouTube, and 3 guys got in touch on there, and the rest was history. First guy I got in touch was Gary over at cheekytek. You'll all know him. I believe Gary was actually going to be part of the YouTube community team, and I don't think it happened for whatever reason. And so Gary was the next one to get on board. So you know, thank you very much, Gary, for doing that. Next one was James. James' YouTube channel is Tony Doc Station. Another great guy. You know, bang on with his electrics and his DCC and all this and all that. But yeah, he was the one before the last member to join, and then the last one was Fred over on his channel at Wilbury Castle, and that was that. You know, the team materialised, and we had his 6 members, and we were good to roll. So after that, I had to produce a casting tape about myself and the team. Did that, and again the agents got back in touch. They loved the casting tape, they loved the team, they loved the sound of all the skills and the things we could bring to the show, and we were accepted. Production team had watched the tape and decided that we were a good choice for the show, and that was it. Then the ball was 100% rolling. We were official as a team for the show. Now, my first thanks here has got to go to Gary. You know, Gary from cheekytek. For the show, they wanted to come and film some pre-filming about the captain and the layout and whatnot. And at the time, that was when I just got rid of Common Barn, and we just started the new layout. So it was a kind of a bit of a muck-up, really, that they had nothing to film. So Gary very kindly, you know, I asked Gary if he'd stand in as captain. Obviously Gary's got a fantastic layout. It's a nice big layout. So I asked Gary if he'd step in as captain and would he be happy to do that, and thankfully he was. If he didn't stand in as captain, we might not have even got on the show. So Gary did that. So Gary, and I think it was Fred, managed to get off to Gary's for the pre-filming, and that was the last piece really of what they wanted before the show filming actually started. So thank you very much for Gary for doing that. He did a great job, and ironically and a bit annoyingly, you know, he didn't even get to use his pre-film in the show, which was a bit annoying, you know, because I know Gary had done a good job, but yeah. Well, anyway. So yeah, that was the last bit, and the only thing next to come was actually going down and doing the filming for the show. We all got down there, we all met down there. Me and Nigel, we had a good road trip down to Reading. Met up with Restic Guys there, stayed in a hotel. You know, even after the show and after filming, we're going back, having a few drinks, stuff to eat with team. It was just brilliant, absolutely brilliant. And then it was the experience of the filming. Now don't know about rest at boys, but I was extremely nervous on that first day. Very, very nervous. But after a few hours or so, and you get used to the cameras being around, all the lighting, people coming and interviewing you about this and that, you really do settle into it, and it just becomes natural, becomes a normal thing. The production team and presenters were all brilliant. They were an absolutely brilliant company. Tim, one of the presenters, he were a great laugh. He was such a nice guy. You know, he really did look after us all, and yeah, it was just such a great experience. You know, we had the time of you know, the deadline of getting it all done, and we were all doing his own bits. We're doing this, doing that, and it just all came together. It was just such a brilliant experience. Gutted that it ended, actually. Could have quite easily stayed there for another week playing trains all day, just going out on a night and things like that. But yeah, it came to an end, and unfortunately we didn't win. Like I say, I'm not going to get into what I thought should have happened and this and that, but please, you lot, let me know, because it'd be interesting to hear what you think about it. And yeah, that was it. It were time to come home, but yeah, just a great experience, absolutely great experience. Would I do it again? 100% yes. If they ever did this again, I would apply straight away. I wouldn't dilly-dally around this time. You know, after doing it once and seeing how enjoyable it was and how well made the outcome of it has been, I would do it again straight away. I'd jump at it. I'd do it tomorrow. And who knows? I might get the chance. You know, if it's getting the views, I might be seeing it again next year. So that was you know, that's how we all got into it, how the team came about, and whatnot. And yeah, like I said at the start, this video was just a thank you to the team for taking part. Like I said, you know, thank you for the boys who joined. Thanks to Nigel. You know, Nigel, he was straight on it. Me and Nigel decided we were going, so thank you very much for Nigel. Nigel brought a cracking scratch build with his lighthouse. Big thank you to Luigi for coming all that way, you know, from Italy to take part. Again, he brought that magnificent build with him. Me and Luigi spent good amount of time in art room, you know, kit building and weathering and doing this and that. Took us to some good pizza places. So yeah, thank you very much, Luigi, for coming all that way. Gary, cheekytek, like I said earlier, thank you very much for taking that captaincy role. You did a brilliant job. Gary's scratch build again was out of this world, absolutely second to none. You know, a full-on working water slide like that was, yeah, it was a brilliant build. I'm sure I will show that in more detail over on his channel. James over at Tony Dock Station. James with his all his DCC and his electrics, absolutely loving it. You know, he did a cracking job on that first day with Gary wiring that layout up, way over my head, things like that. So thank you very much for James for you know, for willing to join. And then Fred, Wilbury Castle. You know, unfortunately Fred, you know, he missed them first couple of days, and you know, don't get us wrong, we were all absolutely gutted not to have him with us. Not particularly because we're a man down, but more because he was just missing the experience, and we were gutted that, you know, he couldn't be there with us. But thankfully he made it for that last day. You know, he was unwell and he managed to get himself right, and he turned up with the absolute, you know, I've not seen a scratch build quite like that as what Fred brought. That crane, you know, it was, you had to see it in person to really appreciate the quality of the build and everything that had got into it. I think he got himself in Model Rail or something, some kind of magazine afterwards, because it just second to none. You'd never seen anything like it. To build a crane like that using two Class 37 bodies. It had the Hornby crane and the Hornby pug on top of it, and you just couldn't tell. He had just created this absolute masterpiece of a scratch build. You know, the detailing, the painting, the weathering, absolutely brilliant. And it really was one of the finishing pieces to our layout when he turned up and for that last day and joined in. But yeah, again, thank you very much, Fred, for joining and just making it possible. And let's just hope, you know, we might get another chance again for next year. But yeah, that's it. The programme's been on. Please let me know what you all thought of it. Please do, because you know, we got loads of feedback whilst we were there at the show from live audience. And it'd just be interesting just to see what other people's takes on it. Like I say, I'm not going to get into it thinking this and that, but you lot can, and I won't mind knowing what it was you thought. And I think that's it. I think I've said everything I wanted to say. So it was just mainly a thank you to the team. Thank you to the boys for making it possible for me, really. And I can safely say this could be one of the last videos you see. You have to see this mug. I think I preferred it behind the camera, to be honest, but I've been on a big camera, so I thought I can manage a little camera now. But yeah, so that's it for this video. Please do let me know what you think, or what you thought about the programme, and especially our layout build. Look out for other guys, because I'm sure they'll make videos on it as well, showing the builds and whatnot. And yeah, it was a brilliant experience. Thank you to the boys for doing it, and let's see if we ever get another chance, another crack at it. But for this video, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.